Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, enemies and friends, welcome to the show that never ends. You are tuned into On the Real. This time it's after the credits for none other than Infinity Mother Effin' Wars. And this, folks, is our non-spoilers review. I'm your host, Steve A.M. Johnson, and joining me this lovely evening, my brother from the same mother, Mr.
How y'all
Johnson.
doing out there in TV land?
All right. And last best hope for the resistance, who is wearing a very sexy shirt.
Don't ever say that shit about another man's attire ever.
I'm comfortable enough to say it.
Yeah, word. I'm
So
not
what?
comfortable. I'm super uncomfortable.
Ask yourself some questions then, buddy.
Hey man,
Oh my God! What up?
I am asking myself some questions like, why would you even say some shit like that? But go ahead.
Oh, look,
Pause. That's all I'm saying.
you look good, brother.
Yeah, but next time,
All right.
pause.
All right. So we just saw it. We just came back from it 10 years in the making, and it has happened.
Man.
And I'm just gonna say right now, this is non-spoilers, but spoiler alert,
man.
they did it.
They
There's
actually
an
did it.
old story
Man.
about when Steven Spielberg was making Jaws and nobody thought he could make it
Okay.
just because it was a movie about a shark. And then on
Sharknado.
the opening night, Richard Dreyfuss
Sharknado's
called
my
up
movie.
Steven Spielberg and was like, "You son of a bitch, you did it."
You actually effing did it.
Yo,
And-
Crazy
so
son of
somebody's
bitch.
calling up Feige.
Calling up the Kevin Feige
Oh,
and the Russos and
right,
everybody
the Russos,
else.
Right.
You son of a bitches.
It
you
is
did
the culmination of 10 years of films. It is the culmination of my childhood. Like, when I was a child, like
You
20,
never
30
thought
years
you would
ago.
see this. You
know what I'm
in
saying?
the comic, you're like, yeah, this
Never.
This ain't working in no
Because
way.
I
You would
didn't-
hope.
You would hope.
You
but
would
like
hope.
when I was a kid, technology wasn't where it is now to where
Right.
you would even think that this shit was possible without it being super cheesy. You know what I'm saying? Because everything was rubber suits and shit like that. So
Right,
there was
right.
no way that it would be this good. But to see this come to fruition, it's just like my inner child is happy. It's smiling, you know?
Yo, man.
To quote Thanos, this does put a smile on my face.
This
Hold on.
does put a smile.
You know, I can't even say nothing. I can't even say nothing.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah. This
but
does put a
what I
smile on
will
my
say
face, man.
is, whatever you think you know about this thing, you don't.
You have no idea.
And even
You
for-
think you know.
Yeah, don't even think the trailers told you anything, because the trailers show you nothing.
As I was saying earlier, Marvel is the master of misdirection. Just because I'm not going to spoil anything, but think if you're a person who watches trailers, think the Spider-Man trailer and how they showed you that scene with Iron Man and Spider-Man swinging through the city. That never happened. I'm not going to say what didn't happen and did happen from the trailer, but just don't think that you know shit because you thought of the trailer.
There are, without spoilers, because they didn't want to spoil it for you, there are things in the trailer that straight up happen
misdirection.
in the movie. And I'm talking about big CG things that you just think are
That they
gonna
just
happen.
spent money on just for the trailer.
So, go in cold. You should go see it this weekend, right? Go see it.
See it right now.
See it right now. If you're not seeing it right now, you slacking.
For,
You
I don't
should have
know-
seen it already.
I don't know why you watching us. If you didn't
Yeah,
see it.
like
Big
yo,
facts.
Man.
I wouldn't even be upset. Okay, so
All I'm saying is I'm trying to get my hands on the time stone so I can fast forward time to part 4.
now let me ask you a question.
Facts.
With all of the buildup,
It
and I'm asking
overexceeded.
both of you, did it? It lived up to
It
the hype?
overexceeded it, bro. Cause I thought it was like I went into it. It's just like it's not gonna be as good as I expected it to be, but it was. It
So-
super
No,
was.
well, I was wondering like, at one moment. I was like, "Yo, is this movie gonna not after seeing the movie?" But there was a part of me that was saying like, "There's so much hype around it. What if something goes wrong and this is just not what we expected?"
Yeah.
But
I expected them to drop the ball because I was just like because of the hype was up here. It's just like we
so
went 10
beyond
minutes,
crazy.
and it's just like they've been doing so good. I was just like, man, you can't stay on top forever.
Law
you
of
gotta,
averages.
Law of
But,
averages
yo,
says, but
That's what I was saying. And
Marvel broke that shit.
I was
Man, they
playing,
broke that shit.
I was
This is
playing
just
a
worth
game.
it, man. It's worth it.
I was playing a game with myself where it was just like tamp down your excitement. Just tell yourself
Simmer down.
so that you don't go in there so hyped that no matter what they do,
It
you
won't live up to it.
Exactly.
I feel like
so.
yeah. Go ahead.
I just had to say like, yo, it's probably not gonna be good, or it's probably just gonna be all right.
Right.
It's not even whack.
And we'll just get another Age of Ultron. And I told, and
Age
you know,
of
I didn't
Ultron was
believe
trash,
it.
by the way.
I told myself that It was
Age of
it was
Ultron
better-
is the
it was
is the
bet-
wackest Avenger movie.
It was better than Justice League though. But we'll
Oh,
talk
it was
about
super
that.
better than Justice League.
No, I was just
Yo,
The first
shout
5 minutes
out
was
to
better than
Aquaman,
Justice League.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Shout
yeah,
out-
Aqua Bro.
You know,
Aqua Bro.
You know, at least there's that.
Shout out to my guy.
Aqua Bro.
So this movie
Jason
has
Momoa.
right now an 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. Is that just like all the 4 people that saw Justice League?
Those are clearly Justice League fanboys.
Stands.
And they saw it was at 100%. And they was like, yo, I got to take this shit down a peg or two. The same shit that they did with Black Panther.
I gotta
It's
bring
just like,
this
yo,
down.
they catching too many W's, yo.
Oh
So-
my gosh. Man.
So
I just feel like this movie in itself was a thank you to the fans who've been like
All I
this
wanna
time
say
you
is-
invested
for all
in
the
it.
years
Yo.
that you invested in it. They're saying like, yo, the
here.
Russo brothers say, yo, we got you. We know why y'all came out. We know what y'all were looking for. We got you.
All I want to say is I want to send a big shout out to God and thank you for creating Kevin Feige because
and Stan Lee,
and Jack Kirby because oh my God, it was the greatest thing I've ever seen. It's the greatest shit since sliced bread.
There are no look. This movie is nearly 3 hours, and I didn't feel bored once.
Not edge of
for a
seat.
literally just edge of seat.
Like whatever you want. You want to wild out? You want to dance? Yo, it got everything for you, man.
If you this is why you go. I'll say this a lot, but this is why you go to the movies. You will laugh in this movie.
You will cry.
You will goddamn cry. You will be angry. There's suspense. Anything and it is surprising.
I feel like
you cannot see where
to
it's
quote
going.
Ron Burgundy, I'm in a glass case of emotion. Like it was too good. It's just too good.
I just wanted to punch myself in the face because it was so good.
Pinch myself. Is this shit really happening?
You know what? This movie is so good you don't even got to see it.
This movie's so good you gonna slap your mama.
this movie's so good, you should just stick a fork into the electrical
DCU,
outlet.
man.
Yeah.
Stick a fork into DCU because they effing done, son.
It's the DCFU.
It's effing done, son.
Now, I just want to, and again, light a candle instead of cursing the darkness. But, you know, we just had a team-up movie in November.
What team up movie?
With Justice League.
There was no
What?
team up movie.
Don't you even speak of Justice League and Avengers
But that was
in
the
the same breath.
culmination of like 5 years worth of.
That was the
4 years.
culmination of 2 movies.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
But no,
I'm glad you
had-
said that.
No, but
Thank you.
I'm just saying you had.
I'm glad you
know,
said that.
You had Batman and Wonder Woman and
This is the
Superman
culmination of
and
18 films right here, bro.
Listen, folks.
This is the 19.
18 films, but the culmination of 18 prior films.
My bad. When anything that we said on
We was a lie,
Justice
yo.
League, we really tried to give it a curve. We graded it on a curve
Because we wanted the DC to succeed.
We wanted
was
them
trying to
to
give
do
them
something.
hope to keep doing it.
Wasn't
you
the
know,
case.
It's not the case, man. Y'all lost. It's over.
Yeah.
Stick a fork in it.
Okay, now
bad.
this is the real question. This one's geared more towards you, Mr. Woods, because you're a little more versed in this than Mr. Johnson is. But can we officially say now that the MCU is the Star Wars of our generation? Is Thanos?
Oh, you mean that he's a
Up
Star Wars
there.
fan and I don't give a fuck about that shit?
Yeah, because I
Pardon
already
my
know
French.
what you're gonna say, so I'm not even asking you.
You was doing so good.
This is for you. This is for you,
doing
yes,
so
Mr.
good.
Woods. Is Thanos up there now with Darth Vader, and is the MCU as a whole, as a universe, up there with what Star Wars was?
Give us your take.
I will say that in terms of character building and just the vast amount of characters that the MCU has built, I would say yes, right? In terms of like up there with Star Wars, right? Now, as far as in comparison to Darth Vader, I'm not going to say that. And the reason why is because we don't know where Thanos' story, ends or continues or what. We don't,
So you saying you haven't seen enough yet?
Right, we got, but what
But
I
it's
will
like
say,
the only reason
hold
we
on.
know that stuff about Darth Vader is because they gave us 3 terrible prequels.
Well, no, I mean, but Darth Vader, his story is it's expansive. I mean, rather
That don't
extensive,
make it
not
good.
expansive, extensive. And so Well, no, I mean, just because it wasn't displayed to someone's liking doesn't mean that he doesn't have a detailed story.
Yeah.
His story stretches through comics, through
fan fiction,
anime. I mean, not anime, cartoons. 3D.
Video games,
video
Battlefront.
games, all of that. Yeah, and it just keeps expanding. Thanos, to us, we know all about Thanos.
Yes.
We know how deep the Mad Titan story goes, but he's just being introduced now to everyone
Cinematically.
Well,
and
not just being introduced.
10 years ago, really.
They've been
planting these seeds
for the last.
Well, they've been planting the seeds, but
since the first movie.
Well, but you could say that they've been hinting, right?
Yeah.
Saying like,
you got
Thanos
glimpses,
is coming, Thanos is
glimpses.
coming. Yeah, but now you finally get to see it, and so what the MCU has done masterfully is tell you a great story about Thanos.
And
in his first outing, a fantastic story.
I'm gonna say this because this is not a spoiler, but the CG for the villains and the CG characters, it's all over the Justice League. Oh my God, they shit all over Superman's mustache. They ish all over goddamn whatever his name is.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me Cap's new beard is not CG?
Oh man.
No?
Was it?
No. If it was,
you know what? Maybe it was.
It might have been CG, but it was just so good. It actually, his beard was CG because he just has a mustache. If you've seen him recently,
right.
His whole beard was CG.
Right now, okay.
That's sad if his whole beard was CG and it just looks that much better.
Okay. And again, I just want to reiterate that the film had every time the film got too somber, there was a nice
There's
joke.
a joke.
It was balanced.
But it didn't feel like forced, the jokes.
And this was you could tell us from the trailers.
Non-spoilers.
You could tell us from the trailers.
Right.
Thanos' whole thing is about balance, and that's what this movie was. It was a
super balanced, bro. On balance like a Libra.
Together 38 characters.
Shout out to Libras.
And making them Libra all feel like they had their moment. So
right.
So they balanced the action, they balanced the drama, they balanced the emotion. Now, they balanced the suspense. And again, how are you 18 movies into
and they still got us interested.
And I still didn't see what was coming.
Amazing.
Yeah. Right? Oh, and let me say something, not to cut you off, but I'm gonna cut you off anyway. F you, James Cameron, you're a hater. Ain't no Avengers fatigue, bro. We still with it. We waiting for the next one.
Yeah.
I don't give a crap about your Avatar BS. Continue.
I'm looking forward to Avatar.
Yeah.
Until Avatar makes $4 billion in the box office.
Don't ever
right?
disrespect James Cameron.
Yeah, no, I respect. I respect
go
your
ahead
past
and
work.
Disrespect James Cameron.
I respect, Terminator 2.
Right.
But everything else.
Respect Titanic. You don't respect Aliens?
No, because both of them could have got out that goddamn door. Why she let Jack drown?
Okay, we talking about Infinity War. Listen. All I'm saying is, I think that James Cameron gets taken out of context a lot.
Right.
I think James Cameron is a hater. He always saying some hating ass crap.
Yeah, no, I think that's a lot of that comes from.
It's his old curmudgeon crap because Steven Spielberg was doing the same effing crap.
I do think with what you asked before about is this the Star Wars of our generation?
Oh yeah, back to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You think it is?
Yeah, I would agree.
I think it surpassed it. It's better. It's so much better.
Because honestly, between what
it's
we
like
no. I'm not discrediting your comments and thoughts because I'm a Star Wars fan big time, but I'm not one of those people who's stuck in a bubble to just think that Star Wars is God, or anything like that, or Star Wars is lore. Is law. Because fact of the matter, and I say this time and time again, when it comes to Star Wars there's a certain comfort food element to Star Wars. Yeah. And you can't explain it to people who can't get with, you just see these characters and they got these voices and you're like, and then depending on which episode you watch, it's bad acting and it's just cheesy and it's but it rubs people the wrong way and you're like, all right, the lightsabers.
It's like a guilty pleasure.
So it's weird and it's hard to explain to people, but those who get it and who fall in love with it and understand that this was your first time watching letting your mind and imagination drift off into a distant place. Before we got all of this,
like be clear,
you
like
know,
Star Wars is the grandfather for all of this type of stuff that you see now.
Sci-fi,
the
space
type
opera
of stuff, like
stuff,
superheroes and people doing,
lightsabers and all these
fantastical
things like that.
things.
Also, that's still not true because a lot of Star Wars is based off of the New Gods from Jack Kirby. Like he borrowed a lot of stuff from that. So
I'm talking cinematically. Because that was the first thing cinematically
yes,
that you were introduced to.
But I'm just saying, like,
but everything borrows from something.
Jack Kirby made this
That's
stuff, which made that, and George Lucas borrowed a lot of Jack Kirby stuff. Yeah. So really,
George Lucas borrowed a lot of stuff from a lot of people from a lot of places.
Don't get me started on Joseph Campbell.
Campbell, there you go.
But let's keep it on this and let's give our overall score. Keep this thing.
Okay, but
thank you, brother. Thank you. Yes.
Get the train back on the tracks.
Some people, have other homes to go to that don't live here.
Yeah. Firstly, I want to ask, now that you've seen this thing, what do you think it's going to do opening weekend? Will it beat 247 million?
I think it
Here's the official
to.
correction. If here's the last ticket that you could send out to say, do you think, because what was your number? 300
million.
Right.
If that's possible. I think it's going to make all the money. All the money. It deserves to make all the money. If it don't, you're slacking. Everybody out there, go out there and see this movie. Right. I can't say it enough.
Right.
You will enjoy it unless you just like have really horrible taste. If anybody who says this movie is whack, I don't respect your opinion anyway. Get the F on out of here.
Okay, so
go run in front of the train.
What's your revised score? Not score. Prediction for the weekend.
I'm gonna stick at that like 250, 300 million somewhere.
No. That's not like a respectable range. Come on, give me within $5 million.
It can't be within 50 million.
No, that's crazy. 50 million is like
between
an order of magnitude.
260 and 270.
Somewhere between 260 270. Mr. Woods.
I'm sticking with you said number one is Star Wars at 247, right?
247.5.
247.5. I'm saying
3-day opening weekend.
3-day opening weekend for Infinity War is going to be 246.
246. So you still on your Star Wars train. Okay. I am sticking with my numbers.
Can I explain why really quick? 2 seconds?
No problem, sir.
The reason being is because as fly and amazing as this movie is, it is a long movie.
It's showing times. This is about how many shows they can fit. How many?
Yeah. And I just
that's why I lowered it from 300 million because I was like that might be impossible to get.
People, for one, getting this ticket is difficult, right? This is very difficult to get this ticket, and for 3, it's just you're sitting in there and you're sitting in there.
We bought these tickets a month in advance. Like I'm gonna try to see it again before the weekend with the kids, but
at least twice.
I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to. But I'm gonna try to buy it on an app or something, for Saturday.
Right. It's a long movie.
Okay, so I'm sticking with my original number, which is 252.
Okay. Now let's give.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna ask you to rate it, and then I'm gonna ask you to rank it for your top 3 MCUs. So give me your score, Mr. Johnson.
Perfect.
So out of 10,
flawless victory.
Is that a 10 out of 10?
10 out of 10. 100.
He's never
10
given
times
100
10.
yet.
Like it's the greatest movie that I've seen thus far.
Okay.
Until the next one comes out.
What do you give this
Perfection.
Thing? Yo, this. Damn.
I can't even say nothing bad about it. Yo, nothing.
Yo, you know what? This movie is.
I want to be clear.
It was so satisfying.
Nothing because we gave Justice League 7s and 8s.
Yo, we was just being nice.
So no, but that's because we were hype out of just coming out of it. So
no, we wasn't hype. No, listen. We messed
you,
up, but we wasn't hype.
If you watch it, my review, I said it wasn't even whack.
And I agree with
and
you.
I was just there like that.
Yeah.
Like I would agree that it could be better.
And we was giving it.
But even then, I could have shitted on it. But I was just there like, yo, I don't want to shit on it.
Nah, this movie it gets a 9 from me.
Zack Snyder.
A 9. Wait, slow down. Why a 9? Why not a 10? What was missing for you?
Nothing. You better change that, bro.
Nah, it gets a.
Yo, yeah.
Well, hold on.
yo.
Let him get these.
I
Words
can't.
Out.
No spoilers.
No spoilers, but so you had
So,
some
so
problems
it's something
with.
that took off a point for you?
There was something that took off a point for me. Yeah.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, this is the same guy that gave Justice League an 8.
No, I didn't.
So,
I didn't. I gave it a 7.5.
Okay, he gave Justice League a 7.5.
Or a 7.
So clearly his opinion doesn't mean crap.
Diddly squat.
All right. I have never
9.5.
Okay, that's a little better.
I'm going with
have
9.5.
never-
I'll allow it,
I'm going with 9.5.
but it should be 10 though.
I have
I can't give it a 10.
never in the
Because there
history,
is two little
Wait,
things
wait,
I thought
in
about.
the history of doing this show, I've never given anything a 10
Until now.
until now.
It's perfect, bro.
I had no problems.
Right.
No problems.
No, it,
Got zero problems, big
my
fella.
hype level was here,
It stayed here.
and now like what actually happened was here. So
Like, as- yeah.
it surpassed everything that I had expected, and I didn't think that was possible.
Right.
There was not a wasted moment. There was not a wasted piece of dialogue. I was literally on the edge of my seat
The entire time.
I had smiles wrapped over all over my face.
Not
did
the whole
too.
time you didn't have smiles.
No. What
I
I'm
can tell you
saying
when
is-
you wasn't smiling.
No,
Every
no.
time my glove went off and you just gave me the evil eye, like, motherfucker, if you don't turn
Oh,
that
I
shit the
almost
fuck
threw
off.
that shit over the balcony. No, but
That's
what I'm
3.
saying
That's
is
three.
smiles on my face. I had shock. You know what I mean? And then
Shock
and
and
then,
awe
and then
and
like
disbelief.
emotion that I haven't felt in 2 months since Black Panther.
I can't even
But-
lie. Yeah.
Yo, I
That's
ain't
true.
like as much
But
as I
I-
love
so-
as
but
much
they-
as I
they-
love
they-
Black Panther, I had problems with the movie and stuff that I could pick it apart for, but I was just
Okay.
like, my blackness will not allow me to say that. But I could pick apart a bunch of stuff about Black
I
Panther.
forgot what number I gave Black Panther, but this is a 9.5.
But this movie is perfection.
This
Black
is
Panther was
9.5.
up there. And we have a guest because
Yeah.
Why not?
why not? Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you all to rank your top 3
I gotta say them.
MCU
I'm gonna say them all at
movies.
once because we're not doing that whole one by one.
No, we're not
Bang it
doing
out.
that. What's your 3? What's your 3 now? In light that
Avengers,
you've seen this.
Avengers, Infinity War,
In order.
in that order.
Yeah.
Okay, Avengers, Infinity War.
That's your number. No, start from number 3 and then work to number 1.
Oh shit, this is complicated.
Yeah, it is.
It's getting
really-
crazy with
It's
the
dicey.
MCU.
Oh man, what's my 3 favorite? Okay, is it Civil War? Is it? Okay, so number 3 is gonna be what's the most enjoyable for me? Because I don't want to say Black Panther. Man, Black Panther. I
Okay,
fit.
so Black Panther's 3.
Black Panther's number 3.
Understandable.
Yeah, Civil War and Infinity War.
Okay. Mr. Woods.
I can't go 3 to 1. So if for right now, Infinity War, is 1.
Greatest MCU movie of all 18 of them.
To you.
Winter Soldier.
Okay.
I was thinking Winter Soldier too, but it's so hard.
And what's the other one that I can
Ragnarok. You hated that movie.
No, I like Ragnarok.
It was
Guardians,
too.
yeah, that's the one you hated.
I hate
Yo,
Guardians
that's
too.
Yob's number 1 MCU movie of all time.
All right, so yeah, I don't still. I might have to come back to this, folks. Sorry about
So
that
hard,
because it's
right?
very difficult.
Okay,
but
well,
I'm going
you're
to say
gonna have
number 3 is Guardians, the first Guardians.
So the first Guardians, Winter Soldier, and Infinity War. That's your
Yeah,
3.
that's my
What's
3.
your 3?
Okay, so I am
Gotta wrap this
going
thing up.
to go.
And I was really thinking about
3
Iron Man because Iron Man I really
is-
I was thinking
enjoyed.
about that too.
3
Just
is
watched that
Civil
today.
War. 2 is the first Avengers. Number 1, Infinity War.
Okay.
That's it.
I can't even tell because it's all about your preference. So it's not like you can
Right.
say who's right or wrong.
Right.
I'm
But let me-
struggling.
I
that
could
this
tell you
Winter Soldier
what's
and
my
Black
top-
Panther's not on.
5.
I could
You know what I'm
watch
saying?
Winter Soldier.
I could watch
countless
Winter Soldier
times.
countless times. I could watch that over and over again. I
Oh,
could
the
watch
top
Civil
5
War,
are Winter Soldier, Black Panther, the first Avengers,
Guardians, first
Infinity
Guardians,
War. Nope, that's not in my top 5.
Ragnarok.
I could watch Guardians.
I could watch
first
first
Guardians
Guardians.
If we're doing
a
5,
million times.
if we're doing
Ragnarok.
5, then you have to think Black Panther, Civil War, first Avengers, Winter Soldier, and Infinity War. Like Guardians doesn't come in that list.
Okay, I have to do top 7 though.
But you just gotta do. You know what we're gonna do on the next On the Real? Each of us are gonna rank
from
all
19,
all 19 of them. So get ready for Saturday.
Yeah.
All right,
I like
folks.
that works.
That's all we got.
That works.
Say bye to the special guest.
Yeah.
And that's
almost
it,
knocked over the damn light. Okay. But yeah. That's
tell
all,
them where they can
folks.
find you.
You can find me up in your girl, but I'm just playing. You can find me at the Dude Abides.
He's not.
With a Z at the end and 2 periods in between.
The Dude Abides with a Z and a couple of periods in between.
And you can find me on Facebook. And never, ever, ever, ever on Twitter.
At Marty McFly.
Ever. Because I deleted that effing crap off my phone. Who tweets except Kanye and President frickin' Orange Face?
And on that note, Mr. Woods, where can they find you?
Why Woods, Why Not on most social media platforms or whywoodswhynot.com.
All right. And you can find me in the theater because I'm going to be seeing Infinity War like 3 or 4 more times.
Yeah, about to go see it in like 6 hours.
Right.
Again.
Also, you can find, if you're into politics, you can find me on our weekly politics show called The Second Page.
Right.
And if you're into dads talking about dad stuff, you can check out the 36 Chambers of Fatherhood. And you can check all of us out on the Real every Saturday, where we keep you up to date in the latest of the world of TV and movies.
Yes,
and please take a minute to like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. And that's it, folks. We are out of here.
Go see the movie.
Hugs, not drugs.
Snap
and how hype are you now about Deadpool? But on that note, folks, we'll just get out of here.